Can a fun-to-play budget deck compete and beat the latest meta decks? If so, what would the deck build consist of? And what would be the tactical gameplay strategy to win? Stay tuned, as I'll cover the best and most fun-to-play budget decks to build and win with. Hi, I'm Insane Writer. Welcome to the channel, Budget Gamer. It's no secret that budget decks, which are defined as decks with 1, 2, and 3 diamond cards only, not only can compete with the meta decks, but can consistently win as well. Let's take a look at the top 3 best and most entertaining to play budget decks as of the release of the A2 card set. For those who just want deck build details, I'll provide that information initially in the respective section of the video. Deck build details are also listed in the video's description. For those wanting to learn play strategy, I'll cover key tactical gameplay tips after the deck build. And for those of you who want the full immersive 3-star experience, I'll provide a gameplay match with tactical play narration. Chapters will be included to identify the start of each section. Now that I've covered the format and presentation sequences of the video, let's get started. At number 2, let's take a look at the new and improved Budget Blaine deck. The Budget Blaine deck has always been strong, but when Ninetales and Magnezone team up, watch out. Expect to consistently put those meta decks in their place with a big smile on your face. Here is the Budget Blaine deck build. Magnemite A2 times 2. Magneton A1 times 2. Magnezone A2 times 2. Vulpix A1 times 2. Ninetales A1 times 2. Pokemon Communication times 2. Pokeball times 2. Professor's Research times 2. Blaine times 2. Sabrina times 1. And Cyrus times 1. Deck build keys include making sure you have the correct Magnezone pre-evolution selected. This includes the A2 Magnemite, which uses colorless energy for its attack. The A1 variant of Magneton is needed and is key to powering up Magnezone. The A1 Magneton powers itself up using its Volt Charge ability. No need to have lightning energy in your deck, as Magneton energizes itself. And make sure to energize up for a few turns with several lightning energies assigned, with a goal of getting in 2 to 3 Magnezone attacks. If possible, try to get 2 to 3 lightning energies attached to your Magneton before evolution. After which, complete the evolution to Magnezone and start putting those meta decks in their place. 2 Pokemon Communication cards helps getting your Magnezone evolved quickly. Make sure to not play extra Pokemon to the bench, but instead leave Pokemon in your hand to exchange back in when using Pokemon Communication. Only play what you absolutely have to the bench. The inclusion of Sabrina and Cyrus cards gives you some flexibility or a key swap of your opponent's bench Pokemon to the active spot for hopefully a KO. You'll have 2 Vulpix, 2 Ninetales, and 2 Blaine cards in your deck, and you will only run fire energy. With the deck build covered, let's review several key tactical gameplay strategies. With time needed to get Magnezone evolved and fully powered up from the bench, you'll want to be using Vulpix up front in the active spot. Vulpix has a bit of a wall capability with its attack to keep the defending Pokemon from attacking. Utilize this attack until you can evolve and attack with Ninetales. Next, bring the heat early by using Ninetales and Blaine. Keep the pressure on and push for any KOs you can claim while you work to get Magnezone online and ready. Once Magnezone is ready, look to finish off the match with a KO or 2. And hopefully you'll have Ninetales on the bench ready to step back in to assist if needed. Now that we've covered the deck build and tactical gameplay strategy, let's see Blaine, Ninetales, and Magnezone in action. Okay, so here we are with the number 2 of the top 3 deck, a Budget Blaine deck. I'm going to go ahead and queue up, grab an opponent, and start my match. At a high level, I'm just basically looking to get Vulpix and Ninetales ultimately active early, while I hopefully can quickly build up my bench where Magnezone will hopefully evolve to and have all the energy it needs. All right, so I see some lightning energy on the other side. I do have a Vulpix, so I'll go ahead and place Vulpix down. And with that, I have a second Vulpix, but I'm not going to play it. I definitely at this point want to fish for the Magnemite, which I might get through Pokeball, or if I get a Pokemon communication card, I could exchange that Vulpix to hopefully pull that. With that, I'll go ahead and hit start battle. Let's see what we're up. Oh, Pachirisu. This could be that 17-18 trainer card deck. I've been wanting to try it myself. Haven't been able to pull a second Patchy card yet to make it happen. And that particular card, that 2-star, is just a beautiful looking. All right, but they're putting Magnemite down on their bench, so we know that it's not the 17-18 trainer version. With that, I'll go ahead and put Pokeball down. And there we go. So I've got my Magnemite as well. And I do have Professor's Research. And I got another communication. I got a Ninetales. Right now, I'm going to sit a little tight. I could. I've got the evolutions, but maybe I think I could go fishing for a second Magnemite, but I might hold off a little bit just to see how things are going to play out. With that, I do not have a Blaine yet. A Blaine would be a perfect combination with that Patchy sitting up front, Pachirisu. I'll go ahead and put a point of energy here. And with that, I'll throw down a Tail Whip. So Tail Whip's going to end up being a coin flip. Not that this EX card on the other side can do anything, but this will just basically make sure it can attack. With that, if I can get a Blaine, I would love to get a Blaine and put that card into the discard pile. But if not, I'll definitely be able to put some heat on it and perhaps go after one of the other cards. So there's a Volt Charge there, so my opponent's off to a good start. They're going to throw down a Rocky Helmet. And we'll hope for, we'll pull, we got two Blaine cards, so let's see. It's a budget Blaine deck, but instead of Blaine, we get Sabrina. So with that, let me go ahead and get this evolution started. And we'll put this second point of energy here. And we'll go ahead and get our evolution going as well. Get our Volt Charge started. And I do have a Cyrus card. I could chase after that Patchy. So I think what I'm going to do right now is I could play Sabrina for an initial KO. Now, this has a 2 energy. This is 40. If it has a tool attached, it's going to do 80. So the question is, I think right now I'll go ahead and throw the 90 points down on it. And they can step up and, of course, go after my Ninetales. But with that, I'll be looking to hopefully make something happen here. All right, so they're sitting really pretty on their bench. They've got 2 Magneton now, getting everything kind of fired up. And let's see what happens here. So they go for the KO, which I figured they would. Okay, so I can actually, I'm going to need a little bench help because they're in the same basic situation that I am. And I will go ahead and do Magnezone. I think what I'll do right now is I could either get this Vulpix down and maybe pull another. I think I'll go ahead and put the Vulpix down. And with that, I'll go ahead and get this Volt Charge started. Go ahead and do this evolution. I'm only going to be able to get 1 attack, but I am definitely going to be going after that Patch. And with that, I'll attack. So I'm going to lose 1 lightning, but I had 2 lightning, so technically, maybe I can make a run at it. That's 110. So they can, bring that one forward. There's a 110-point shot coming my way. So I might be able to survive this and then chase after that other card. And they're going to concede. So they probably realized that that's exactly what was going to happen. So I didn't get a budget Blaine card. I didn't get the Blaine for my budget Blaine deck, but you can see that you can get Magnezone fired up and running pretty quickly. And with the 90-point strike I did on that EX with Ninetales, I was just out of range with that 110-point strike out of the 120 health, and of course I could have at that point did the Sabrina and won the match. So that's just a little demonstration of a budget Blaine deck using Magnezone and Ninetales. Thank you for tuning in. And as always, let's battle.